developed countries, all things going on in this mad world. But we reach a point now where we realize that this machine has done something nonsensical within us. When we reach that point, we start thinking, now what are we to do? We have been very responsible, not you people, but your forefathers maybe, who went to fight the whole world and do this, and they had to be at right time, at right places, and do all sorts of things. By that over-responsibility, you became sort of fed. You just didn't know what to do. For example, morning you wear a grey suit, the night you have to wear a tailcoat. Then if you have to drink your wine, you have to take a separate glass. And for that, it became too much messy. You said, throw them in the sea. Not to have all this nonsense. We have collected all these forms and horrible things that have made us so rigid. That's how you try to throw away everything. But even then, when you throw away, where do you go? I mean, you have to exist. You cannot just hang there. So you said, now take another style. And another style is even worse. Much worse. Because then no responsibility, no respect, no understanding. So this power goes absolutely zero. You are tired very soon. I've seen, in the BBC and all that, young people, I'm in a very old woman compared to them. After saying 2-3 words, they go down. Again after saying something, this is very big acting these days. In any play you see a person say, what does it take to act for this kind of a thing? This is what is very common now. You notice. The reason is you are tired. You are absolutely tired. Why? Because your brain is the same old brain. And you have taken a new life. You cannot adjust yourself to that. You say that now I am sitting down doing nothing, I am not going to be efficient anymore, and all that I am sitting down. The brain is going check, morning till evening. How to stop this brain? Its brain is working so hard, using up all your energy. You have no strength. So to counteract, you would say, let's take to some sort of a thing by which we go out of this madness. Let's take to something that takes you, as we call it, the right or the left side. Take something like, say, hashish, or something like another thing, LSD, to go to the right or to the left. Now what happens with that, you know very well. Now thank God you have realized also that was not physical. That was no. These are two areas within us which are called as Adi Bhauti and Adi Devi. Now the Adi Bhauti are the ones which take you to the left side, subconscious. And the Adi Devi are the ones where you try to invoke the devas and all that on the right hand side. That one is the Adi Devi, where we call it supraconscious. These two are of no use to human beings. Actually, they are not meant for us. They are meant for people who are dead souls, who are good for nothing. Now they cannot get realization. It's not meant for you. That's the area you should not reside in. But you entered into these areas because of extreme nature. Some people, by going into these stuff, some taking to some sort of movements like mesmerism, spiritualism and all sorts of isms. Some people onto the right hand side, like taking to what you call these people who are racialists and all such organizations which are racialist and this and that, and on that kind of a people, like Hitlerish type. All this is nothing but is a kind of intoxicant which makes you forget the reality. That you are a human being, that you have to become the spirit, that you are the spirit is the reality. Now the present trend in the Western life is very much set in this country, about which I am very much concerned. I've talked about to many people in person and also otherwise, that the quality of mind, because we are with the English, let's talk about that. Quality of mind of English is excellent, I've said it always. And the young people of English have a very good quality of mind. But their heart is like this. They are frightened of what God alone knows, but they are frightened. Or they have taken this pose, I don't know. Now to do any work also they are frightened. Supposing we put this color, then it may not match. It doesn't matter. What does it matter? Because of those previous ideas, they are so frightened of doing anything. Though they say they have broken all those ideas and they have taken to new liberated ways and all that. But this liberation is also another madness in which their fear has gone. So the quality of mind of we, the English Sahajogis and English people is excellent. If you talk to them, you will think you are talking to a scholar. I mean, no less than Shakespeare. They could be very well read. They will know about anything you ask them. What is this road? This is the road. No. What's the name of this road? This is the name. Who was his grandfather? What he did? What was the gossip about him? Scandals, everything. You can get everything from them. They know everything about everything. Sometimes I am amazed the way people know about things. About all the details as to how many women he had and how many wives he divorced and what he did and where he went and what he wrote. Take anyone. Take a writer or take an artist, take a hooligan or take a robber or anyone who has appeared on the newspaper as if they have drunk all the newspaper into their memory. The whole thing is so clear-cut in their mind that it's sometimes amazing. But if you tell them to fix one chair, never trust that chair. Never trust it. If you ask them to do anything, they'll tell you, all right, tomorrow at 7 sharp, I'll be there. Even if he comes after 7 days, thank your star. I've known people who have been done this to me. Now it's 4 years, I've never seen their faces again. They're supposed to be XYZ from Oxford and ABCD from Cambridge. They have got first class first and this and that. If you go into their rooms, you'll find it's a pigsty. You don't know where you have landed. I mean, you don't believe that it belongs to any educated person. There's no sense of responsibility left in them. I mean, this energy that is working in the head, if it is not put into a responsible channel, no wonder we find every third person is a paranoid. Something wrong with the brain. What is wrong with the brain is that so much energy is here and you are not channelizing it at all. Why? What way are we to channelize it? Even after realization, I find people have no respect for anything. Sometimes it's more surprising that with all this brain activity going on, they get all the satisfaction from the spirit. They are raising the kundalini, all that. But they have lost that capacity to be responsive. And that's why in Sahaja Yoga also they are not responsive. This goes on not only about their own private work, but about Sahaja, about everything. So this quality of mind has no heart. It has heart in nothing. Supposing I am telling you something. I don't know about Sahaja Yoga as such, but now I've seen with people, you give them a lecture for 1 hour. It's not finished. They're just the same. What has happened? It's only the vibration. It's only how you work it out that the life changes and all that. But as far as they are concerned, nothing is recorded in the memory. Sometimes I feel, how do I talk? Is it too much on their head or below their feet? Where is it flowing? So the reason is that the heart, if you register it through your heart, you will do it. If you put your heart into things, you will do it. The heart is, as I told you, is chicken heart. It's absolutely chicken heart. And that's why this is what is lacking in our character. For that, now the stage has reached, we have to raise our right side, not the left. Our right side is absolutely finished. And there, the leader of the right side are two persons. The deities are two persons. Of course, Brahmadeva is the one who is the creator, who has created this universe, and who is the one who is busy still creating and doing lots of things for you. But I would suggest that we have to pay attention to two ideas we had in the history for this to understand what sort of ideas we should have. Because the right side is the Rajogu. It's the one by which you become majestic, you become royal, you achieve all the Rajoguna as you know that. Now, two persons are really to be followed in this. One of them is Shri Ram. Shri Ram resides on the right hand, and he is the Father. He is the Father, and he is the fatherhood. He is the one who came on this earth to teach us how to be a father as a king. He is a father king. He is a benevolent king, which was described before Plato. He is the benevolent. He was the ideal who came on earth to teach us how to be responsible to others, how to respect others, how to understand the feelings of others. To such an extent, he went that he had to sacrifice his own wife for the sake of his own state. He did that, and he had to ask his wife, who was pregnant, to go and live with a very great sage. One may say that what was he doing about his wife? She was his goddess. He was so remarkable that he was not bothered about her. He was so sure of her power that he did it, and there is nothing wrong in leaving things to the goddess to do, instead of meddling with her all the time. But this gentleman, Sri Rama, understood the responsibility of a king, and that responsibility is lacking. That responsibility towards ourselves and towards others. It is very, very surprising. I came from India. I had never met Englishmen at this group of till I came to India, I should say. Because before that we met was missionaries. Missionaries were terribly responsible for converting all the people into Christianity. They would get up early in the morning, take their Bible, go around to all the places, clean all the dirty lanes, and clean all the children like picture papers, clean all the dirty people there, kiss them, and do all the impressive things to convert the people. They would go even to the forest to convert. If they were so responsible about it and they felt they have to do it, this is God's job, they are doing God's job, they must convert. And they went on with this, and that's how some of the people I met. Then the rulers were extremely responsible. They were reckless, they thought it was the greatest thing they were doing was to spread British Raj, and that was their responsibility. When it comes to spreading God's Raj, we are not. First of all, in our own lives, we should see, are we responsible? Now, in the modern times, I find that we have got rid of that sense of responsibility. It's called as a sense of diminishing responsibility. We'll just say, yes, I know, I shouldn't. I know. I can't understand. If you have a heart, how can you say that? That I know I should not have. I know I should have been this. The reason is, there is no heart. And the heart always catches when your right side overacts. That means your brain is acting too much. And there is no real action, the output. You think too much and do not put this to practice. I should have gone, I should have done this, I should have said. And this is the problem with our right. Now, among our sense yogis also, I find people have the problem of the right side. To worship the right side, we have to feel Shri Ram. How he felt responsible for the good. How he used to look after people. How he looked after the things of others. How he behaved towards other people. That's a very important thing which we have to learn. But I find people coming, if it is somebody else's, they'll throw. They will just jump into something and say that, all right, this is my house, I just settle down here and the way I am. There's no sense of responsibility at all about it, that you have come to somebody else's house. You have to have some care about it. In the same way, you have to know, you have come in the world of God. This is the kingdom of God, where you are meant. You have been a stranger. Today you are a guest in this house. What are you doing? How are you behaving? Are you responsible? Are you like Sri Rama, who took upon himself all the problems of the world, and still he was so responsible? He would not do anything even this much to disturb a person. As far as possible, he would like to try to control and to have the formality of good living. Formality is meant for good living and good understanding. Unless and until you have this sense of responsibility, your collectivity cannot be alright. You cannot be collectively alright. You need not be a machine for that. There is no need to be machine like Japanese, only one person says the another doesn't. But this one kind of a funny individualism that you have got will never give you that collectivity.